Hello, Namaskar. I hope all of you are able to hear me properly. Today we would be discussing about the history and the essence and evolution of the Ram Leela and Ramdal procession in Allahabad. We don't actually, we'll start with the word Ram Leela. What exactly does one think when the terminology Ram Leela comes into our mind? Ram Leela basically is the dramatization of life's Lord Ram's adventure right from the beginning, since he was born to when he went for Vanpras, and thereafter his move to Sri Lanka to kill Ravan, his comeback from Ceylon or Sri Lanka, and his coronation again in at Ayodhya. So the entire Ram Leela is a dramatic representation of Lord Ram's life, and Lord Ram is the incarnation of Vishnu, and his Leela actually means his life. The Ram Leela tradition started in Allahabad long time back, almost 200 years back, and often there are people who said that the Ram Leela and Ramdal procession started during the time of Mughal Emperor Akbar, but we don't have any documentation as far as Akbar's farmans are concerned. Very renowned citizens of Allahabad had written to various historians regarding any farman or seal of Akbar which states that Ramdal or Ram Leela was organized in Allahabad during the Mughal times. But historian like Irfan Habib had written back saying that there are no sources which display that Ram Leela commenced during the time of Mughal Emperor Akbar. In fact, we get documents of the Ram Leela perhaps in two books by travelers. One is Reverend Bishop Haber and the other is Fanny Parks. Fanny Parks, in her book The Wandering of the Pilgrim in Search of Picturesque Locations, has stated in chapter 12 of her book that when she had come to Allahabad, she had seen a Ram Leela being organized at the parade ground. During that time, the book was published around 1829, and she mentions in the book that she ventured towards the parade ground, and the Ram Leela was being staged. And in fact, the soldiers of the fort were handling the Ram Leela. They were participating in it. And thereafter, even Reverend Bishop Haber also writes in his book that which was published in 1824, where he states in chapter number 8 that the Ram Leela was organized in much fanfare at the parade ground. Later on, this Ram Leela, which was organized at the parade ground, was overtaken by the Pragwals or the Pandas of Daraganj, and they started doing it at Alopi Devi Mandir. Until now, the Ram Leela of Daraganj is being staged at Alopi Devi Mandir. So the Pandas and the Mallaha community or the boatman community started organizing the Ram Leela at Daraganj, and perhaps the Ram Leela at Daraganj is the oldest Ram Leela of Allahabad. The British actually documents that the Ram Leela started once the keys of the fort were handed over to the British East India Company, and it happened in the year 1799. So after 1799, we do have records of the Ram Leela being organized in different parts of the town. The three oldest Ram Leelas are the Daraganj Ram Leela, the Patharchatti Ram Leela, and the Pajawa Ram Leela. The Parade Ram Leela, as I mentioned, that it was then it moved to Daraganj. There was another Ram Leela which is recorded in the Gazette of 1908. This Ram Leela used to be organized at Chatham Lines. चैथम लाइन्स में भी रामलीला होती थी अंग्रेजों के ज़माने में during the British East India Company, and when the cantonment area was moved, when the Cant was moved to the new Cant from Chatham Lines, the Chatham Line Ramleela was shifted, the venue was shifted to Bhardwaj Ashram. So we have the third most important Ramleela happening at Bhardwaj Ashram. भारद्वाज आश्रम पे भी रामलीला ऑर्गेनाइज की जाती थी. बाद में आफ्टर अ वाइल द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट डिसाइडेड टू ग्रांट 2 बीघास ऑफ लैंड to the Bhardwaj Ashram group for holding the Ramleela. The land was given, 2 acres of land was granted by the government at the Indian Press Crossing, and today we have the Ramleela Katra Committee land over there. So it was granted by the British government. As far as the Patharchatti and Pajawa Ramleelas are concerned, the 3 most oldest Ramleelas, and we have records per se since 1821. The Pajawa Ramleela, or it's popularly also called as the Ramleela of Baba Hathi Ram. Now, who was Baba Hathi Ram? Baba Hathi Ram was a disciple of Guru Shyam Das. Guru Shyam Das was a follower of the Tulsi Gaddi. The Tulsi Gaddi was established at Bandhwa, at the Bandh near Daraganj, and the Tulsi Gaddi was established during the reign of Mughal Emperor Akbar. Baba Hathi Ram was the follower of the Tulsi Gaddi. He belonged to a place called Khairagad, which is near Sitapur in Uttar Pradesh. From Khairagad, he came and settled in Allahabad. In Allahabad, he resided at the Sri Ram Mandir in Shahganj. And it was in that Sri Ram Mandir at Shahganj that he started organizing the Ramleela. This Ramleela was later on supported and sponsored by the Khatri community. The Khatris were businessmen. They normally resided in Chowk. They were rich and they were well known. So they supported Baba Hathi Ram in organizing the Ramleela. So it's the Pajawa Ramleela started by Baba Hathi Ram. The next, after the third most important Ramleela being organized during the first half of the 19th century, I'm talking about 1826. This was the Patharchatti Ramleela. The Patharchatti Ramleela, the leader of the Patharchatti Ramleela was Babu Beni Prasad. Babu Beni Prasad was belonged to a prominent Kayasth family of Kunda. He belonged to Kada Manikpur. He was a lawyer by profession. He first started practicing at the Allahabad High Court, and he first started practicing at the Agra High Court. From Agra, he moved to Allahabad, and in Allahabad, he took up residence at Badshahi Mandi. He is said to be the brainchild of, he was the one who thought about organizing the Ramleela at Badshahi Mandi. So after the Pajava Ramleela, the Badshahi Mandi Ramleela became equally famous. The Badshahi Mandi Ramleela was organized at the Pathar Chatti. Now, what is Pathar Chatti? Pathar Chatti is Patharon ka Bazaar. Pathar and Chatti is Bazaar. During the olden times, during the medieval times, people used to come from Mirzapur and sell stones near Balua Ghat. Still stones are sold at Balua Ghat. So this the area where the stone market was there was known as Pathar Chatti, and Babu Beni Prasad started organizing the Ramleela at Pathar Chatti. So now we have three Ramleelas: the Daraganj Ramleela by the Pragwal and the Malla community. The second is the Pajava Ramleela by Hathiram and the Khatri community, sponsored by the Khatris. Of course, Bachaji Tandon and his grandfather Madho Prasad were the chief sponsors of the Pajava committee Ramleela. And then we have the Badshahi Mandi or the Pathar Chatti Ramleela. These three were the main Ramleelas being organized during the first half of the 19th century. The fourth Ramleela which came into prominence was the Katra Ramleela. Now, the Katra Ramleela was sponsored by another businessman, a Khatri businessman. His name was Datti Ram Kapoor. Datti Ram Kapoor purchased a big amount of land in the present Rambagh area, and in the Rambagh area he enclosed an entire place and built a Hanuman temple and a Ram Gaddi. That temple is still there in Rambagh, and since he called that enclosed area as Rambagh, the entire vicinity came to be known as Rambagh. So it was Babu Datti Ram Kapoor who purchased the land at Rambagh, and later on the Badshahi Mandi Ramleela, when they started taking out Ramdals, the Ramdal of Badshahi Mandi or Babu Beni Prasad's Ramdal started from Rambagh and it ended at Kakra Ghat. So both these Ramleelas, when I talk about the Pajava Ramleela and the Pathar Chatti Ramleela, both these Ramleelas were organized simultaneously, and there was fierce competition between the Khatri community and the Agarwals. The Agarwal community, another business family community of Allahabad, they sponsored the Badshahi Mandi or the Pathar Chatti Ramleela. And there was fierce competition between these two Ramleela committees, and by the beginning of the 20th century, the Dashera of Allahabad became so famous that these two Ramleela committees used to receive contribution from people from Kanpur, Calcutta, traders from Delhi also contributed for the Allahabad Dashera festival. Babu Beni Prasad was a very clever statesman, very good administrator. He was the one, in order to make his Pathar Chatti Ramleela different from the Pajava Ramleela, he started taking out the Karna Ghoda. He organized the Ashwamedha Yagna, but as per his traditions are concerned, the Ashwamedha Yagna happens, or the Ashwamedh horse is taken out at a later stage, but he decided that he will take out the Karna Ghoda before the start of the Ramleela. So the Pathar Chatti Ramleela committee was the one which started the tradition of taking out the Karna Ghoda. Now, if I talk about the Pajava committee, the main contributors of the Pajava committee or Babu Hathi Ram's committee were the Khatris. So we have Lala Madho Prasad, Lala Vishambarnath, Lala Manohar Das, Bachaji Tandon, all these, Lala Khunnu Prasad, Lala Samal Das Khanna, all the well-known Khatris of the 19th century sponsored and promoted the Pajava Ramleela. The Pajava Ramlila, the Patharchatti Ramlila, and of course the Darbhanga Ramlila, the Daraganj Ramlila became very famous, but they didn't take out the Ramdals. Later on, during the later half of the 19th century, it was Baba Hathi Ram, the Pajava committee, which decided to take out a Ramdal. So documents are there when when Baba Hathi Ram decided of taking out the Ramdal, he was a wrestler. Baba Hathi Ram was a wrestler. So he used to carry Ram, Lakshman and Sita on his shoulders. And the Ramdal of the Pajava committee started from the Atar Suya Mandir. Atri Mandir at Atar Suya, and it came towards the Kotwali. From Atar Suya it came towards the Kotwali. In 1826 an untoward incident happened when Baba Hathi Ram was making, he was carrying the small children dressed as Ram and Sita on his shoulders. Two Muslims who objected to the crowd near the Jama Masjid at Kotwali and the music, they fired on the procession, and as a result, the two Muslims who were behind the firing were Nanhe Khan and Dumman Khan. They were arrested by the British government and put behind bars, and for some time the Ramdal procession was stalled. They decided not to take out the Ramdal. But in the later half of the century, Baba Hathi Ram was requested by the Khatri community to take out the Ramdal, and the Khatris arranged for everything, be it the gas lights, the mica, the glass lights, the torches, the heavy crowns, beautiful crowns. The crowns were made by the Jadiyas. Jadiyas are basically people who emboss stones on jewelry. So there were a number of Jadiyas. The prominent were Ramlal Verma. The prominent Jadiya during that time was Ramlal Verma, and he designed a very beautiful crown for Lord Ram. And similarly, the Patharchatti Ramlila community also gathered funds, and they started preparing for a very pomp and big Ramdal procession. It is documented, we have proofs that the Pajava committee invited a number of royal houses for its Ramdal procession. The Rajgaddi, during the Ram Leela, it so happens that after Lord Ram kills Ravana and he comes back to Ayodhya, a coronation takes place, and this is known as Rajgaddi, Ram ki Rajgaddi. So the Rajgaddi tradition was started by the Pajava committee, and for Rajgaddi, the Rajgaddi tradition was started. They started it at Purana Bajaje. A huge Shamiana was put up, and a number of elephants, horses, camels, musicians, trumpet players, all these were invited. And in fact, in 1878, the then Maharaja of Rewa was invited to see the Rajgaddi of Lord Ram by the Pajava committee. So the Pajava committee became very famous because of their new things which they came up with. And gradually the Patharchatti committee or the Badshahi Mandi committee followed in the same footsteps, but their Ramdal wasn't as big as the Pajava committee. With the change before the uprising, before the uprising. Now coming to the uprising, the first war of Indian independence happened in 1857. Before the first war of Indian independence, people used to take arms and ammunitions for the Ramdal. They were allowed to take their own arms and ammunitions for the Ramdal. And in the Ramdal procession, now I will talk about the sequence, the protocol. So in the front were flag bearers, followed by the trumpet players. The trumpet players were followed by musical bands. After the musical bands, there were tableaus. These tableaus were basically of Ram and Sita. And after the tableau of Ram and Sita, there were other tableaus of Lord Shiva, Goddess Kali, Lord Ganesha, and of course the Vanar Sena. Hanuman, a huge statue of Hanuman was made by the Pajava committee, which is still there. आज भी वो है. और जब भी रामदल निकलता है, पजावा कमेटी की वो हनुमान जी की मूर्ति भी आज तक निकलती है. तो वो मूर्ति हनुमान जी की पजावा कमेटी में निकलती थी, वानर सेना. और ये सारे लोग, वानर सेना या राम हो या जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स थे रामदल के, दोज हु पार्टिसिपेटेड इन द रामदल, they were members of, they were people staying in the vicinity. अय्यापुर के लोग, मालवीय नगर के लोग, बादशाही मंडी के लोग, गुड़ मंडी के लोग, ये सारे लोग वहाँ पे रावण और राम, सीता, कुंभकर्ण, मेघनाद, इन सब के रोल्स प्ले करते थे. एंड दे वर ट्रेन्ड बाय द डिफरेंट कमिटीज, वेदर इट्स द पजावा कमिटी और द पत्थरचट्टी कमिटी. So before the first war of Indian independence, people used to carry their real arms and ammunitions for the Ramdal. But after the first war of Indian independence, the British government declined to give permission, and they just use, they were not using the real weapons while walking in the Ramdal. When the Ramdal procession used to start, the Pajava Ramdal or the Patharchatti Ramdal, जिसे हम चौकी कहते हैं, उस चौकी में शहर के गणमान्य लोग, illustrious people of the city also used to walk in the Ramdal. And the Ramdal passed through the GT Road, and it moved towards the Kotwali Jama Masjid, and from there both the Ramdal. तो पहले पजावा रामदल निकलता है. हमेशा के पहले, आज हमारे यहाँ ट्रेडिशन है कि 9 दिन तक कंवार के महीने में, यानी अश्विन, अकॉर्डिंग टू द हिंदू कैलेंडर, अश्विन कैलेंडर, द मंथ ऑफ क्वार, all the 9 days we have Ramdal procession of different areas. But initially when the Ramdal tradition started, I'm talking about 1826 and 1829, in the first half of the 19th century, the Ramdal procession was organized only on the last 2 days of the Dussehra, that is Navami and Dashmi. Rest, it was organized just for the Ram Leela was organized. And gradually the other Ram Leelas, the Daraganj Ram Leela, the Katra Ram Leela, and the Ram Leelas happening at Teliyarganj also started taking out the Ramdals. But initially the Ramdal was taken out only for 2 days, and by only these two committees, the Pajava committee and the Patharchatti committee. The Pajava committee used to take out Ramdal for 2 days, that is on the 9th and 10th day of the Dussehra, whereas the Patharchatti committee or Babu Beni Prasad's Badshahi Mandi committee used to take out on the last day. And after going around the GT Road at Chowk, the old GT Road, they used to end the procession at Kakra Ghat, where the Ravan Vad or the killing of the Ravan happened. So this was how gradually, the Dussehra, first the Ram Leelas were organized and then the Ramdal started. In 1889, the Congress session was organized in Allahabad. Many Congress leaders participated, and few people from Allahabad also participated in the Congress session. Lala Manohar Das Tandon was one of the members who participated at the Congress session, and he was very motivated. He decided to take out political tableaus during the Dussehra festival. So since 1892, the first political tableau which was taken out for the रामदल में पहली बार राजनीतिक झांकी निकली थी 1892 में 1892, and these tableaus consisted of two things. एक टैब्लो जो थी उस पे रानी लक्ष्मीबाई को दिखाया गया था, और दूसरी टैब्लो जो थी वो भारत माता की थी. So two political tableaus were taken out in 1892, and this gradually started. It was first started by the Pajava Committee, and then it was followed by the Pathar Chatti Committee, followed by the Katra Ramleela Committee. So all these, the four main Ramleela and Ramdal committees took a unanimous decision that they would be taking out political tableaus during Ramdal. Now, why did they use the Ramdal for taking out political tableaus? There's another interesting story. The story is, in order to create, support, in order to create awareness, in order to create patriotic fervor among the common citizenry, it was decided to take political tableaus during the Ramdal. So in 1892, the first tableau was taken out, and it gradually was done every year. In 1920, in 1910 perhaps, a tableau was taken out by the Pajava Ramleela Committee, and this tableau had Lala Lajpat Rai. If you remember, we had Tilak, Lal Bal Pal, the extremists or the nationalists. Nowadays we call them nationalists. So the nationalist leaders were shown on the tableaus, and when the political tableaus in 1900, there were three tableaus which depicted, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bharat Mata, and Rani Lakshmi Bai. And when these tableaus were taken out, people were made to sing Rashtriya Gaan. So in order to create that, an environment, they started doing it. They started this tradition of taking out political tableaus during Ramdal. In 1920, when the non-cooperation movement started, Mahatma Gandhi's tableau was also taken out. Another very prominent tableau which was taken out in 1920, and this was again done by the Pajava Committee, was based on the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. तो जलियांवाला बाग में जो जनरल डायर ने लोगों को, इनोसेंट लोगों पे फायरिंग की थी और अनगिनत लोगों की मौतें हुई थी, लोगों ने शहादत दी थी, उसके ऊपर टैब्लो निकली थी. और उस टैब्लो में इनफैक्ट जो गाना बजा था उसकी पंक्तियां मैं आपको ज़रूर सुनाना चाहूँगी, और वो पंक्तियां थी कुछ इस तरीके से. आप मुझे जलियांवाला बाग और रायबरेली की गोलियों से भरेंगे, झोली था के गोली मशीन गन की. जलियांवाला बाग और रायबरेली की गोलियों से भरेंगे, झोली था के गोली मशीन गन की. बजा के डंका स्वराज लेंगे, बजा के डंका स्वराज लेंगे, अन्यायी गवर्नमेंट का साथ नहीं देंगे, अन्यायी गवर्नमेंट का साथ नहीं देंगे. So in 1920, the Jallianwala tableau was taken out, which displayed the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and one of the tableaus, in fact, out of 12 tableaus taken out by the Katra Ramleela Committee, the Datti Kapoor's Ramleela Committee, had in fact 9 out of 12, 9 were political tableaus, and these tableaus were on Mahatma Gandhi and his struggle and his non-cooperation movement. This started in 1892 and it continued till the independence movement. But it was in 1924 that communal violence happened in Allahabad. Unfortunately, there was a major communal violence. The Muslims, the conservative Muslims, protested against the Ramdal procession. They were averse to the idea that why the Ramdal crosses the Jama Masjid area. And since that year, the Muharram and the Dussehra fell on that same day. They decided that this would be, they would be protesting against it, and they in fact protested. And the Ram Leela was stalled for almost 11 years. So from 1924 to 1936, the Ram Leela was stalled. There was no Ramdal, no Ram Leela for 11 years. In 1936, again, the Ram Leela started. They started organizing, the committee started organizing, they took a decision. In fact, the committee members wrote letters to the Governor General to grant the permission to organize the Ram Leela and Ramdal procession in Allahabad. So in 1924, after the communal violence, it was one of the biggest communal violence happening in Allahabad in 1924. 1924 का जो communal violence हुआ था, और क्योंकि इसका main कारण था, the main reason was Dussehra and Muharram fell on the same day. And during Muharram also, a procession is taken out by the Muslims. Ramdal was taken out for Dussehra, and there was a clash of interest. So hence there was violence. A number of people, were injured. 2 of them died also, and the district magistrate then decided that there'll be no processions in the following year. And in 1925 till 35. For 10 years, the committees continuously wrote letters to the magistrate, but they were denied permission, and hence for 11 years there was no Ramdal and Ram Leela in Allahabad. In 1936, perhaps the magistrate of Allahabad granted permission to the committees to organize, and after a gap of 11 years, the Ram Leela and Ramdal started. Now coming to the Civil Lines Ram Leela. Now the Civil Lines Ram Leela started in 1937. Messrs. Gandhi and Sons, 20 Cannington Road, that was the place where they decided to organize the Ram Leela. So the Ram Leela was organized for the first time by the elite and educated civil lines people in 1937. The chairman of the Ram Leela Committee of Civil Lines was T.N. Sapru, and the secretary of the Ram Leela Civil Lines Committee was Kailash Nath Katchu. So in 1937, the Civil Lines Ram Leela Committee started organizing the Ram Leela, but the Ram Leela was organized just for 2 days, and they did not take people, they did not invite people from the city, within the city, to hold the Ram Leela. In fact, they had parties coming from Kanpur and Fatehpur to present the Ram Leela in civil lines. So in 1937, the Civil Lines Ram Leela started. And but they didn't commence the Ramdal procession. They didn't start with the Ramdal procession. They only decided to organize Ram Leela. So in 1937, the Civil Lines Ram Leela started. Till now, it is being staged, and it is now happening at the Hotsaf crossing. Every year, the Ram Leela happens, and it starts from the first day and ends. It starts on Ekadashi and ends at the 6th day, on the day the Civil Lines Ramdal is taken out. So the Ramleela of Civil Lines started in 1937, and after almost 10 years, when the country achieved its independence, देश ने जब आज़ादी पाई 1947 में, उसी वर्ष के दशहरा में सिविल लाइंस रामलीला कमेटी ने डिसाइड किया कि वो रामदल भी निकालेंगे। तो 1947 से लेकर 1947 till the present year, till 2019, the civil lines Ramdal has the tradition has been followed. Last year, of course, there was a little tension, and since the traders, the trading community objected because of the parking issues, and it was decided that there'll be no Ramdal, civil lines Ramdal, but it was resolved since this was our heritage, and it was a tradition which we have been following since so many years. So in 2019 also the Ramdal civil lines Ramdal भी निकला 2019 पे, बहुत ही बड़े स्केल पे नहीं निकला बट निकला। तो सिविल लाइंस रामदल भी काफ़ी पुराना हो चुका है। 1947 यानी देश को आज़ाद हुए 70 साल हो गए हैं। 70 सालों से सिविल लाइंस का भी रामदल निकलता है। तो हमारे वी हैव अ वेरी रिच ट्रेडिशन ऑफ दशहरा सेलिब्रेशंस, एंड वी डू हैव अकाउंट्स, वी डू हैव डॉक्यूमेंट्स। कई बार मुझसे लोग ये पूछते हैं कि क्या ऐसा कोई डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं था, ये कैसे आप कह सकती हैं कि इससे पहले रामदल नहीं हुआ था, रामलीला ऑर्गेनाइज नहीं की जाती थी? क्योंकि रामलीला तो 16वीं शताब्दी में यानी 17th सेंचुरी में 16th सेंचुरी से ऑर्गेनाइज हो रही है, तुलसीदास जी के समय से। तुलसीदास ने जब रामायण लिखी, सबसे पहले रामलीला ऑर्गेनाइज हुई बनारस में, और बनारस के साथ साथ धीरे धीरे ये फैलती गई, इट स्प्रेड टू मेनी अदर टाउन्स एंड डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स। But as far as sources are concerned, we don't have any sources which says that Ramleela was organized in Allahabad during the reign of the Mughal emperor. Perhaps the Mughals were in power, and Allahabad was occupied by the Mughals. It might be one of the reasons why Ramleela was not organized. But the Ramleela in fact started once the British East India Company took over the reins of the fort in 1799, and since then we do have records, and of course we do have documents of Reverend Bishop Haber and Fanny Parks where they have mentioned the organization of Ramleela. So this was it from my side about the Pajava Pathar Chatti Ramleela, where and these 4 Ramleelas, the Pathar Chatti, Pajava, Daraganj and the Katra Ramleela are the oldest, the 4 oldest Ramleela committees. I salute to the people who have promoted, supported, who have given all who have put in so much of effort since so many years to organize Ramleela. It's a beautiful tradition, and during this lockdown, I must share this. लॉकडाउन के समय भी दूरदर्शन में रामायण शुरू हुआ, और रामायण जो क्रेज़ जब मैं छोटी थी, when I was a kid, there was so much craze of watching रामायण on television. वो क्रेज़ फिर से एक बार जागृत हुआ, people reawakened, the memories were revived, and there was a lot of talk about Ramayana, watching Ramayana again. So Ramleela राम को फिर से एक बार हमारे सामने रीअवेकन करती है, रिवाइव करती है, राम के बारे में बताती है, राम राज्य की चर्चा करती है, राम के चरित्र चित्रण कैरेक्टर से ही नहीं हम प्रेरित होते हैं. वी आर नॉट ओनली इंस्पायर्ड बाय द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ राम, बट वी नीड टू get inspiration from the kind of work he did for his people. रावण का जो वध है, जो आज तक होता आया है, रावण वध है क्या? The killing of Ravan states the victory of good over evil. तो रावण हम सबके अंदर भी मौजूद है। राम की जीत तभी होगी जब रावण बनेगा, यानी कि goodness, truth will prevail only when malice, when hatred, when jealousy comes to an end in our lives. So, with this, I end the live session. I hope all of you who are watching me liked it. Do let me know anything else which we can be talking about, and if there are questions, I would really like all of you to put in your queries so that I come to know that you are listening. Any questions? So I see no questions. That means my live talk went well. Thank you so much. Namaskar. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.